loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own new review of Married to Medicine. So we start off with Jackie and Heavenly. Heavenly meets up with Jackie after hours at her office to talk about what's been going on with her. So apparently, she hasn't received her period in over 2 months. Jackie automatically says, well, welcome to the mature club, honey. Welcome over to our side. The bridge of entering menopause. But she said, no, that's not it. I could be pregnant. I died. I said, Heavenly, you not pregnant. No way in hell. Because I'm not pregnant and you not pregnant. Because come on now. Like Jackie said, you have as much statistics of being pregnant as me winning the lottery. Girl, bye. So then she talks about her symptoms. She's not getting enough sleep. She's tired. She's not in the mood to have sex. But she still puts the time in to give Dr. Damon sloppy toppy. But she's uncomfortable with sex. The penetration. Her cookie is not getting moist. It's gotten to the point where it's like, ugh, I do not want that big old thing in my little hole. That is not, it's not appealing for me. So basically, you are premenopausal at this point, you know? But I just hate the fact that she be all up bragging about how she enjoys giving Dr. Damon sloppy toppy. But I just feel like if you're not in the mood to have sex, how could you be in the mood to give your husband head? I don't care how much he likes it. I feel like if I am not in the mood to have sex, I'm not in the mood to give you any type of pleasure. And you should be okay with that. That's where my mind is. Because, of course, she said it last, I think it was a few seasons ago, how she said, Daddy likes when I put it in my mouth. I was like, Heavenly, you should not have said that out loud to people. I do not want to imagine that. And, of course, Dr. Damon. I do not want to imagine that, Heavenly. No. Okay? So she's in the realm being premenopausal. And your desire to not have sex is normal. A moist vagina is a part of it. So let's figure out your estrogen levels, your testosterone levels, and see how much we need to develop a way for you to get back into that speed because your libido has decreased. She's not ready to be a part of that club yet. She says Jackie is the president, Simone is the vice president coming in, and she's not ready to be part of that club. And she talks about entering that space where a part of her life as a woman could be gone. And she's not comfortable. But that's life though, Heavenly. You're at the age where you can no longer have children. And no longer having children, which means you will no longer have a period. Sometimes women look forward to that. They look forward to not being able to bypass on the time. You know, dealing with cramps, fatigue, bloating. They look forward to not having to deal with that shit no more. But moving on from that, that was a funny scene. Contessa, we see her outside with her daughters. Her oldest one is 13 playing skateboard. I'm like, oh my God, that's your 13-year-old daughter? She is so pretty. The other one, I think her name is Layla. She is playing soccer. Toy put up in this sky blue, was it Porsche? Was it a Porsche she pulled up in the driveway? I said, come on, Toya. Her two boys come out, and Layla, the youngest one, burst out, that boy is good and that boy is evil. I think this one is the devil. Toya was like, none of my children are the devil. My children are angels, okay? Contessa, I don't know what you be doing. Do you be talking shit about these kids? Do you be talking shit about these people's children in front of your kids? Because that little one ain't got no filter. She is saying everything she wants to say. Girl. I don't know what you be doing, Contessa. What you be doing? She said, Layla, get away from the parents before you start talking shit. Listen, there's a time and place. I'm just saying. That girl gonna be a lot. She has no filter. So the fact that, you know, her 13-year-old is walking around with crop tops. We see Contessa, her beautiful body, wearing a little crop top too. Then her other daughter, Layla, she has a mouth on her. She has a lot to say. And it flashes back to all those times. Her daughter had a lot to say. Okay? And wanted to know how is Toya and Anila doing. I think she really wants to be your friend. But Toya said, listen, we stuck. We're going to move forward, but I'm not going to be the one to make the first move. So, speaking of friendships, Contessa talks about how she and Heavenly have taken a break. And she's trying to wonder, is this a friendship she wants to move forward? Now, it was a surprise to Toya that she hasn't spoken to Heavenly in months. Because everybody knows that Heavenly and Contessa had a great friendship. They talked the most, right? But Contessa said she hurt my feelings. How did she hurt your feelings? Because she spoke about my marriage. So she is still hurt that Heavenly went to her YouTube channel and said a lot about her marriage. And that's not our circle. You're talking about a relation in front of strangers. And that hurt my feelings. So Toya knows what type of person Heavenly is. She is the type of person that will apologize for what she's done, but she's known to do it again. And of course, Toya is glad that Contessa is able to see through Heavenly how she's a snake. You keep your eyes out on this girl, you know? And then they make a joke about Toya giving Heavenly a kiss at the reunion. And the whole thing about Contessa feeling away about Heavenly, listen. While I understand that, but I kind of got a reminder about what happened last season. You opened up with how you and your marriage have been with Scott. Almost everybody got a first look about how your marriage is with Scott. We didn't even have to get full details. We saw it. The reunion put a clear view of what was going on. And I thought right after the reunion ended, you guys instantly went to vacation mode. Which means you guys are fronting that you guys have gone through your issues and now you guys are in a good place. Have y'all completely gone through your issues, or are you faking it for the cameras? And how you're using Heavenly as a reason to put your anger out on what you decide to show the entire world on camera how your marriage is. So Anila is waking up, getting her kids ready. She's talking about needing a certain ice cream machine. No, not ice cream, coffee machine. And her husband makes a joke that she drinks coffee from McDonald's. She said, oh no, baby, Starbucks, okay? A grande soy chai latte, extra foam, no room. Now, of course, she is doing what she normally does. Get the kids ready. The nan's cooking breakfast. She is still developing her blogging. Her social media following has increased. She's dedicated to over 60 hours a week on social media. And she's vlogging everything. Whether it's food, clothing, beauty. She has to figure out a way to get it going. And of course, she's busy with all her children. So having to figure out the work-life balance. How to do it, right? So then we see Quad. Quad is doing her Monty role, getting her nephew Mason up. So adorable. Getting his breakfast ready. And he was reading some words. And having her mother and nephew in the same house. It's adjustment. It's an adjustment, but it's a good adjustment, you know. Because for someone who had the ability to wake up, live a single life, have fun, nobody else to answer to, nobody's responsible for, to switch it up to now being the aunt for an adorable little boy. Mason is so freaking cute. I just want to eat his cheeks. But she don't mind this type of change. I love this change, you know. So now they were running a little bit late for school. And he makes a comment about not riding the school bus back. She said, why don't you like riding the bus? Because they're loud. They yell like maniacs. What? What happens when you tell them to stop yelling? They get back to yelling. They be super loud. She said, oh, Lord, no, I can't have that. And she loves him like that's her own baby. This was such a cute moment for them riding in the car together. And him complaining about not riding the school bus back home. That cackled me. I loved it. So Heavenly goes to a beauty supply store to check on the grand opening. They had a soft launch, but they have a grand opening this week because she is the owner of a hair beauty supply store called Heavenly Beauty. And she also has a collaboration with Dr. Jack and her skincare line. And wants to make certain that everybody does it right, you know. So Simone and Cecil are having a double date with their son Miles and his girlfriend Andrea, I believe. And they've been dating for a year and a half. This is his first long-term relationship. They're doing really well. He's getting A's in all of his classes. He was studying Japanese and astronomy. And his girlfriend wants to know what other classes. And they said, wait a minute, child, not yet. So they feel like she brings out the best in him. When they first brought her around to meet his parents, he did not give his father a Father's Day card, but she did. She made one for him, which I thought was really sweet to do. And they're really comfortable around her. She fits in. They make a really cute couple. And they also open up about what have you guys learned in y'all experience of being in a relationship. You guys don't have that much experience, though, but what have y'all learned in this relationship? Communication and compromising, you know. And they told them that Cecil and Simone will be writing a couples book. You know, they will talk about the timeline of their marriage, and they're going through the good times and bad times, almost broken up to reconciling. Then it flashes through all of the ups and downs that Cecil and Simone have went through. You know, they've been arguing, Then the divorce came about. Then that season when everybody huddled up about them, letting them know, do you want to save your marriage? If you want to save your marriage, that's what you got to do. Don't waste these 20 years. Don't waste them. And that's at the end of that season, they decided to not go through the divorce. I was in tears when I saw that reunion. I said, oh my God, yes, I love Simone and Cecil. I love them. So they had they had a whole lot of healing. And they're not about to make this a sugar-coated book. They're going to go deep. They're going to go full in on everything. Nobody's going to go around the corners. We're going to talk about everything. I believe that's going to be a good read. A good read, okay? Then, as a mother, she recognized that Miles had something stuck in his teeth. And Cecil said, when you're eating, stuff gets stuck in your teeth. It's okay. Then she said, fine. Let the shit stay in your teeth then. Don't let me tell you nothing different. My bad, trying to make sure you're not walking around with spinach in your teeth. My bad. I was with Simone. So Anila's getting, her nanny, Miss Gomez, I believe. She's getting her kids ready for bed. The little boy's not ready to go to bed. He has a tantrum. He runs off. Goodbye. Ain't got time for no crying. So Anila and her husband walk in from a night out. She sees a huge box, Amazon delivery box about some stuff she has to blog about, right? And Kieran is checking every single thing that Anila spends. Because he said, I check my credit card statement every single day. Because I know if something was delivered, you bought something. Sometimes it be like that. And sometimes things could be sent to someone. I ain't got to spend nothing. If I do buy something, I could have bought it weeks ago. And it just now made to the door. So her nanny planned a nice dinner for them. And of course, they were like, why is she planning this dinner? What she want? I think she wants a raise. Yeah, she wants a raise. So then she asked him, do you want a raise? I would like one, yes, if you're offering. But no. The real reason why she invited them had this dinner planned for them was because she is quitting. This is her last night as a nanny. I'm not going to be a nanny anymore. Because she's going to go back home to Houston. Now, they were like, what do you mean? Is everything okay? How long are you going to be in Houston? Forever. Y'all know I have family back in Houston. I have a house. I have grandchildren. I'm not leaving for no vacation. I am going to go back home. So Anila is looking like, what? But you're part of our family. She said, I love your kids. I love you guys. But I have actual family back at home. And Anila said, how am I supposed to be okay without you? Miss Gomez said, you going to be okay. you going to be fine. So she feels blindsided. And I felt this is where Anila got a little bit selfish by talking about, what am I going to do now? How am I going to manage my own children? Do I stop blogging? What do I do? How am I supposed to make this work? How am I supposed to find someone who understands my kids, what they do? But Miss Gomez said, there's nothing I can do. And Anila said, can I change your mind? Is there anything I can do to change your mind? No. She has made her decision. Like, she's been around for a long time. I believe when her daughter was little, she was pregnant with her son. That's when she had her nanny. And he was there from the beginning. He was born all the way until the age of 4. You have been so involved in the children's lives. She said, I know that. But I have to go home. I said, Anila, you lost me when you said, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to manage my kids? Like you've been doing. Manage your kids and blogging. You can make it work. When the kids are at school, use that time to blog. And if they have any other activities, use that time. I am making time every single day to do my YouTube channel. And I have 2 children. I take every moment. When they take a nap, when they watch TV, I take my moment to still do what I want to do. It could work for you, Anila. Don't bring those do not bring those rich people problems over here. How you don't know how to manage your own damn children without needing help. Girl, your husband is a rich doctor. What y'all can do is let Miss Gomez finish her last days. You could still find you a nanny if it's that important for you. But at the same point in time, get reacquainted with your children. Now, Anila, I don't know the story. I don't know. But I definitely felt like you guys were worried about how y'all going to keep y'all kids busy while y'all do what y'all want to do. That's where my mind went. Like I said, it got selfish for me that they did not know what to do with their own children. They needed some help. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having a nanny, but don't act like you have no idea how to handle your children. So, girl, don't play with me, Anila. So Heavenly, she's getting ready for her grand opening, making sure everything is all right. She did invite all the girls. She still don't know what's going on between her and Contessa. There's been a distance between them. But she did call her up 2 days ago to invite her to her grand opening. Contessa said, I'm going to support everything that you do. But they know there should be no conversation to be had about their relationship right now. So they're looking for the beauty supply store, and they're going back and forth with, should I say something? Should I not say something? I just want to go for support. I am always in support of any one of my friends who wants success and everything, you know. But I believe that Toya asked her, do you believe that she would do it again? Simone said yes. And Toya says she will not stop dragging her friends on social media until she realizes her relationships are at stake. And Simone also understands why Contessa feels the way that she feels, because she knows how Heavenly is. Heavenly is the type of friend that will never stop dragging somebody until she's being told to stop doing it. And she is the type of person that will talk a whole lot of shit, say sorry, and then starts talking shit on Twitter again. So it's kind of like being told more than once to not touch something. Like you're telling a kid to not touch that stove, and they keep touching, they get burned. They're not going to learn their lesson until they get burned, right? So then we see the girls arriving at the red carpet. We see Jackie with her skincare, with her skin facial line, and how her face serum has been selling everywhere. In Ulta Beauty, in Canada. It's going great, okay? So Heavenly's in this gorgeous ginger red wig. She is teaching the girls how to run the walkway. You can't teach them how to walk the runway. Oh my God, these R's and W's. You can't teach somebody how to walk the runway if you can't walk in heels, Heavenly. And she just told them drop it like it's hot, so they can, like, you know, sway the hair. Then I see a lot of celebrities. I see Gary with the tea. Then I see Miss Juicy, baby. Hey, Miss Juicy. And the girls are getting their hair done. Quad was supposed to have this dramatic hair with all these pins and horns and stuff like that Hair Spectacular show. But no, it was supposed to be a Diana Ross tease, but it was giving Predator, right? And then we see owner. I think his name was Mr. Wright. He is a owner of 25 funeral homes in Miami. He heard about them. He wanted to collaborate and have a contract with them. And, you know, she was a supplier for a funeral home. Oh, that's a steady stream of income. And it is. Because, you know, lots of funeral homes, they need a good wig to be making sure these people are presentable for the Lord and for the, you know, the afterlife. They got to look good. The dead gonna make sure the hair is done absolutely right. I know that's right. Then I had to rewind it. I see Miss Nikki Natural. She is one of the models. She had this floral bun ponytail thing happening, and she is flirting with Mr. Wright. All she heard was 25 funeral homes, and she made a beeline to get his name. What's your name? Is you married? No. She got even more touchy-feely, more flirtatious with him. I said, get her gold digging ass away from me. Like, at the end of the day, she knew what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? And he was happy. He said, I'm going to have to give you my number. Yes, give you my number. Like, Quad and Jackie was like, get your ass over here. All she heard was 25 funeral homes and was sold. Dollar signs running through her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Then we see Contessa, Simone, and Toya walk in. And I don't know if anybody paid attention, but I did see on Instagram and on the show that Toya was promoting her eye cream. She had a small section of a picture. She had her product out. So Toya has an eye cream out. Good for you, Toya. I think she might have collaborated with Heavenly to get a section for her. So Contessa and Simone are looking for the other girls. They're getting ready for the fashion show. Contessa's in her feelings because she did not know that the girls were walking in the runway. And she said, I didn't know about that. Did you know? Simone said, I did not know. I wasn't invited for the fashion show. We don't have that type of relationship. So Contessa's feeling a way about how maybe the invite to the fashion show could have been used as an olive branch. But I was like, why? If you are already in a distance with her about your friendship, why should you feel a way about being invited to the fashion show. I wouldn't even think you should care. You're not a good place to even call you her friend. Why would you feel away about not being invited to the fashion show, Contessa? So trying to get everybody, in line for the fashion show, Contessa being passive aggressive and mentioned, I didn't know you had your friends in the fashion show. I said, Contessa, not right now. Not right now. Okay? Don't do it, okay? Be happy. You got the invite. You said you wanted to be there for support, and that's it. Don't be passive aggressive and act as if she excluded you on purpose for not being in the fashion show. When you've been saying since episode 1, you don't know where you are at with Heavenly. You don't know if Heavenly could be a friend to you. So why would you feel a way about not being invited for the fashion show? And she said, listen, I invited you because I figured you would support me for that, but I didn't think you would feel a way if we're not speaking. Like, I thought it was a courtesy to even invite you because that's how I love you, but to be mad that I didn't invite you to the fashion show, come on, Contessa. Now you're really trying to make it a problem with Heavenly at this point. So the fashion show opens up. We see Heavenly in the ginger wig. She dropped it like it was hot, saying she could wear multiple colors. Dr. Damon said, I love it how you drop it, baby. I love it. And Eugene and Toya said, you should not be dropping it like that at 50. It was funny. So Jackie, she looked amazing, but I hated the wig. I hated the wig. I hated that ponytail. I didn't like the wig. And then, was it Toya who said that Heavenly definitely has a line for hookers? Quad looked amazing. I love the hair, love the bang. Then it was Anila's turn. Anila came out with the hairspray. And I'm like, why is she spraying that? For what purpose? And she wasn't even wearing any of Heavenly's things. That was Anila's hair when she walked in. So I was kind of like, with Contessa, what is she doing? Are you exterminating me? I got asthma. And stop spraying that hairspray. Make the floor slippery. You're not even wearing anything of Heavenly. So I was kind of stuck as to why Anila ran the walkway for what? I'm like, well, damn. For someone who did not wear anything to promote your brand, why was she in the runway? Then the last model, no, it wasn't the last model. Miss Nikki Natural, she walked the runway. She had this grand, spectacular, headpiece going on. And she told her, Heavenly told her to drop it like it was hot, but then forgot Dr. Dame was in front of her. Said, hold on, you can't do that around my man. I can't have you do that around my man. No, you can't do that. No, don't do that. So it was like a back and forth between her and Nikki. She said, I'm sorry. Yeah, don't do that no more. Don't do that. I said, Heavenly, you told her to drop it like it was hot. You told the girls to drop it like it was hot. The minute you said drop it like it was hot, she did it, but it was in front of your husband. Oh, girl, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Heavenly, I can't stand when you do that. Why would you say to do something sexually and you do it, but you worry about your man gonna be like, ooh, girl, stop that. Stop. Like, don't tell someone to do it and get mad when they do it. So then her daughter comes out, Allura, in this gorgeous 613, honey. Gorgeous, Allura, gorgeous. She was super happy. It all turned out great. Having the contract for the funeral home, Toy gave her credit. I mean, you got to give it to her. That's a great contract to have. I mean, there's a lot of people dying. And where else can they get a nice, cheap, cheesy wig? From Heavenly Beauty. Toya is killing me with this shade. I love it. It's not even mean shade. It's fun shade. How Heavenly can shade everybody else. Why is it so wrong for her to do it? And it was funny as hell. So Contessa still feels a way about not being invited to the fashion show. And how it would have been on Heavenly's part to extend the olive branch. Toya said, listen, at the end of the day, it's all in good fun, okay? Just be happy you got invited to the opening. And like Toya said, you're not in a good place for her right now. Why should you be mad about not being invited for the fashion show? You don't even like her. So then they had a photo shoot of everybody. She said, why do I have to go over there? To be congratulatory, okay? Give support. Toy was being a good sport to get Contessa to say, come on, girl, come on. It's a good event. Let's be supportive, okay? Come on. Toy was the voice of reason to tell Contessa to be supportive, be positive, and take a photo. This is not the right time to have this conversation. We're going to get to another day. Just give us a second, okay? Just come on. Let's just be a good sport. Say cheese. She was way in the back. You couldn't even see Contessa. But y'all, that was it. Next episode is going to be the heavenly intervention. And I can't wait for how that's going to come out. But y'all, that's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video. And I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.